Hey, welcome back to your favorite pre-calculus class. Good to see you today. We're going to talk about the distance and midpoint formulas. We're going to use the distance formula. We're going to use the midpoint formula. Let's remind you about the Cartesian coordinate system here. If you notice here, you have a horizontal x-axis, which is the x-axis. So let me get my pen out here. Right there's your x-axis, right, horizontal. You've got your vertical axis, which is your y-axis. It's again called the Cartesian coordinate system. So if you're plotting a point, like let's say -3, 1, -3, 1, from the origin, so right in the middle, from the middle, we'd go left 3 since it's negative, and then we go up 1 since it's positive, right? The x value determines if it goes right or left. If it's negative, it'd go left. And if it's positive, it'll go, whoops, I wrote that wrong. Negative left, and positive y value means that goes up instead of down. So the left 3, up 1. If it was the point 3, -2 as shown, the x again tells you if it goes right or left. Since it's positive 3, we go right. Since it's a negative, y value will go down. This is from the origin, so we go right 3, down 2. So that's the Cartesian coordinate system. These are your quadrants. You got in the upper right quadrant 1, and then it goes counterclockwise from there, 2, 3, 4. So if you have the point, let's say you have the point 4, -3. We're going to go right 4 since that's positive, and down 3. So we go right 4, down 3, and you notice that would be in quadrant 4. Let's say you have another point, how about -5, 0. You go left 5, but you do not go up or down. So there's the point -5, 0. Which quadrant is that in? It's in neither. Because to be in quadrant 2, your y value would have to be positive. To be in quadrant 3, your y value would have to be negative. But you notice our y value is 0. So if you're on one of the axes, you are in none of the quadrants. Okay. Well, that brings us to the distance formula. You can pause this and write that down if you need to. We're going to do an example with that right here. Let's say you've got the distance. You're trying to find the distance between the points -4, 5. So you've got this point -4, 5 right here. Oops, right here. Come on, why isn't it drawing this thing for me? Come on. Oh, goodness. Oh, driving me crazy. Anyways, and we've got the point 3, 2 over here. Oh, now it draws. Let's see if it'll draw now. -4, 5 to 3, 2. I'm trying to find the total distance between those distance d. So we use the distance formula, which is the square root of x2 minus x1 quantity squared plus y2 minus y1 quantity squared, and this is proven using the Pythagorean theorem, which we're not going to do on this video. You go ahead and the first step is you name your points x1, y1, you name your other point x2 and y2, and you just plug them in. So it's the square root of x2, which is 3, minus x1, which is a -4, quantity squared, plus y2, which is 2, minus y1, which is a 5, quantity squared. And then you just clean that up, do your arithmetic. You got 3 minus a -4, so you got 7, 3 plus 4 squared. And you've got this 2 minus 5, which is -3 squared. So you've got the square root of 49 plus 9, square root of 58. Is the distance between those. So that's between, square root of 49 is 7, square root of 64 is 8, so this is 7 point something if you want to punch that in to your calculator, square root of 58. Okay, so that's how you use the distance formula to find the distance between 2 points. That brings us to the midpoint formula. So this is used to find the coordinate that is smack dab right between 2 points. So for instance, if you've got -5, 5 right here, -5, why in the world is it not wanting to let me put a point there? Anyways, you got the point 3, 1, there. Oh, this is killing me. 3, 1 right there. Right there. Trying to find the distance, the midpoint, the midpoint right between them should be right there. Okay? So you go ahead and you write your midpoint formula, which is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. And you, oops, I lost that there. Sorry, I'm kind of learning on this thing here on the fly. So we name it x1, y1. We name this one x2, y2. We go x1 plus x2, so here's -5, plus the x2 is 3. We're going to divide that by 2, and then we're going to take the y values. y1 is 5, plus y2 is 1, divide that by 2. And if you notice when you do this, -5 plus 3 is -2, -2 over 2 is -1, 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 over 2 is 3. So your midpoint here is the coordinate -1, 3. See it right there, -1, 3. So that's the midpoint between these. And you notice what you're doing here in this formula. You're taking the average, you're taking the x1 and the y2, x2, you're divided by 2. You're taking the average horizontal distance, you're taking the average, or the mean, I should say, the mean of the vertical distance there. That's what this is doing. Well, thanks for watching. That's the end of our video today. See you in class.